We are here in Glendale, Arizona for Dino's Get Down. This is our first year for the show. It's like an hour before the show actually starts, and this place is packed with trucks. It's supposed to be the biggest truck show in the country. Like I said, our first time here, so hopefully we'll have a good time, and I know there'll be a lot of different trucks to see. Alright, so since the last clip you just saw there, it's been roughly 3 hours, and still trying to get parked. We've been sitting in line for that long, and yeah, we're finally moving again. Oh, nice. I like that. I do like that. But yeah, trying to get parked. There's already a ton of trucks here, probably more trucks than any show we've ever been to, and man, this is wild, you know. There's a lot of stuff here. Yeah. I don't understand their drive-in thing though. It's like we're just weaving everywhere and like going right there, but I don't understand. Yeah, we're trying to get right there. So we're gonna take a left turn, obviously. But yeah. So still trying to get parked, and we'll show you some trucks then. So day 2, we actually didn't film hardly anything day 1, so we are still sitting in line, but we are moving. And yesterday it was so packed, we didn't even get to park in the actual show parking lot. Oh, there's a... I like that too. It was so packed, we didn't even get to park in the actual show park, and we had to park in like spectator. And by the time we got parked, it was almost full right there. So it's looking like we're going to get to park in the actual show today, so that'll be cool. And yeah, just there's a ton of trucks. It's like I told Camden, it is a complete different truck scene out here altogether. You know, there's hardly any trucks out here that we've ever seen anywhere else, which is super cool, because around, you know, where we're from, you do see a lot of the same trucks at shows. But yeah, this is totally different. I think they're saying around 4,000 or 5,000 trucks yesterday, and I believe it.
So as you probably noticed there, we did cut the show footage a little short, not by choice. We didn't realize, but on Saturdays they start kicking you out of the venue at like 3 or 4 o'clock. So we didn't film as much as we wanted to, or nowhere near a quarter of the show.
Yeah, it would have been like impossible for us to walk
Yeah.
around that whole place and look at it, even in 2 days. Like, as far as like, I'd say show in general, it's the biggest show we ever been to. I mean, 7,000 to 8,000 vehicles there. I mean,
At least.
there's no way one person could do like take all of it in and do it. But
I don't think we had enough SD cards with us
I don't think so,
to
man.
film
Like, it would have
everything.
been a lot. I mean, we were still taking all of it in anyway. But you know, it's the first time we ever been out there. Um, I'd definitely go back again. Planning on doing that, so. Yeah, we turned around, we was leaving, there's like 40 motorcycle cops out there telling you to leave, and it's
Yeah,
like,
Evil Knievel was having heyday out there.
I'm like, man, I've seen nothing like this, but, yeah, so kind of got cut short. We didn't know what to expect going into the show like that we never been to, but anyway, it was all good, so.
And something else about the show, us being on the complete opposite side of the country, we've seen so many different things that you don't see back on this side of the country. I mean, for one, I've never seen so many two-door, two-wheel drive Tahoes, Yukons, OBSs in my life. I mean, there had to be at least 100 of them on the property or more.
Oh, there was more than
More
that.
than
Probably.
that. But it's just crazy to see on one side of the country versus the other. I mean, just the color schemes of the trucks, how many more you see out west is what you see out here. It's just really cool to see.
And two, everybody that said something to us out there that watched our videos that come up to us and said something, like, just thank everybody for doing that. Like, I never in my life would imagine us out here, middle of nowhere, Tennessee, go to Arizona and people know who we are off watching these videos. And so, I mean, we're thankful for that, and just like, still just blows my mind that even happens, like that we're actually doing something to do that with people. So, and some of y'all told us, how much that meant to y'all, how much like watching our stuff, and like we never really looked at it in that way. So like kind of changed our perspective a little bit, more motivation like to keep doing this stuff. So,
but like you said, I mean, we appreciate it more than y'all ever know. Just y'all coming up to us and talking and telling us about y'all's trucks and just sharing stories, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, I mean, just again, thank everybody that watches these videos that have come up to us at this show and even the shows before. I mean, it is just kind of wild to know that people know who you are. So yeah, we're still getting used to that. But
well, like the trip itself, we left here on Tuesday morning, drove for 3 days, got out there, stayed 2 days for that show, and then left out early that Sunday morning, drove back in just 2 days. And so it was, the trip itself was an experience with the show. I mean, the show was one thing, I liked it, but like to me, the trip is what made it. Like,
right.
That whole thing was an experience, and like doing it in a truck that's nearly 40-year-old, to the common person, has no business doing that. And you get a group of, we had like 10 or 12 of them rolling down the interstate doing that. And like people filming it in vehicles and stuff. Yeah. It's like they have no business doing that.
And why is all these old trucks passing us?
Yeah. And so we did learn, though. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but if you ain't got something that's LS swapped, I don't know if I'd attempt it. Unless it's like an OBS.
Right. If you got a carburetor, you need to take your time.
Yeah. Because you rolling 85, 90, 95 down the interstate.
Supposedly.
Allegedly. It'd be hard for a carburetor to keep up with that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it can't, but it's like.
It would be difficult.
Yeah.
Almost a week on the road, racked up right at 3,500 miles in a 40-year-old truck, pretty much. And I'm telling you, that thing never missed a beat. It was.
Never did.
We literally had zero problems out of the thing the whole time. So, couldn't be happier with that.
Except the windshield.
Which leads me to my next point. The windshield. So, if you recall, if you watched our last video, we made the comment about our hotel being conveniently parked next to Top Golf. This is not a brand deal for Top Golf. And I made the comment, "Oh man, we're next to Top Golf. I hope no golf balls hit the truck. I'd hate to put a piece of glass in this truck." Roll the footage.
As long as it don't hit the glass, I'm probably all right with it.
Definitely not the windshield. I don't want to put a front glass in this truck.
Or back. We just put this back glass in.
This back glass has been in this truck for like 3 days. So as you've seen there, I obviously jinxed ourselves because we now have a cracked windshield. So we was coming back in, chugging along, rolling into Oklahoma City, and we get somewhere behind an 18-wheeler. And just so happens it decides to pick up a rock and sling it directly towards me. And I saw my life flash before my eyes. This rock, conveniently about the size of a golf ball, smacks the windshield right in front of me. I'm ducking.
Yeah, you're almost in my lap. You over like that?
Yeah.
Like, man, where are you going? You know?
So that was not enjoyable. Small casualty. And I mentioned I don't want to put a piece of glass in this truck. So now we have to put the most aggravating piece of glass in this truck. So,
hey, it's all good.
Other than that, other than about the softball-sized crack we have in our windshield, everything went wonderful, you know. But
us and glass, though, on these trips does not go...
Or just glass in general on these trucks.
Yeah.
We have a slight track record. But yeah, if that was the only problem we had, I'm cool with it. I'm fine. Which it was, so I'm thankful for that.
And two, we want to thank Robbie from United by Trucks. For one, Rick, Zach, those guys, we met up with them about an hour south of us in Mississippi and rode with them the whole way there and all the way back. And, you know, if we didn't have that connection with them, we would have never even tried to do this or wanted to. And we thank all of them for letting us do that with them. And then everybody else that jumped in along the rest of the way, all of y'all, like pretty much welcomed us into that.
Yeah,
just
so.
let us roll with y'all out there, and we appreciate that. Like, we've been with most of them guys for just a week and felt like we've known them like our whole life. So
yeah, I mean, that's just the type of people you meet in the truck community, you know, I mean, so. But for them, just let us jump in with them. We really appreciate that. Super cool. And if you haven't already, I know Robbie just posted his road trip video out west. So if you haven't, go watch it. Be sure to like and subscribe to him if you haven't already. Great video. Definitely worth the watch. And as far as what's next for us here on the channel, you know, obviously we've got builds piling up. We're actually wrapping one up right now. The 85 Silverado y'all have seen one video on. Expect a video on it is right behind the camera. Very close to done. So hopefully wrap it up soon, send it home, and move on to some more projects.
yeah, so what we got coming up, we got a big block we just put together, had help putting together, and got a truck. We're going to put that in. It's kind of a little project we've kind of been wanting to do, but had never got around to it.
Fixing to drag this thing out the weeds.
That's right. So got that. Also got some four-wheel drive stuff we're doing that we ain't really never messed with as much four-wheel drive stuff like on camera here since we started filming all this stuff. But got two of them coming up, and yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited to do that. One of them's kind of a shorter deal. One of them's kind of a long-term build. Hopefully within a year it's done. So
yeah, definitely we'll be seeing that on the channel a pretty good bit here in the next little while. So, and then we also have our 70 step side named Leroy. I gotta throw my boy in there. Definitely gonna be starting on that thing this year. May not get it completely done this year, but it will definitely be started this year. So expect some videos on that. Super excited for that build. I mean, I'm foaming at the mouth every day to pull that truck in here and start on it, but I've contained myself for right now. And another thing, we're getting dangerously close to 3,000 subscribers.
yeah.
So right now we're around 100-ish. So if you could hit that like, subscribe button, let's get us to 3K, you know. And as far as our shorter builds, keep expecting those. We're all the time coming up with more content ideas and
Dragging stuff in
dragging
here.
some more junk in here.
Yeah,
It seems daily at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like, our plans change, like, literally every day on some stuff, but, like, week to week, we're thinking of different stuff to do.
Right,
So.
but it's like we mentioned, our major builds, the two that we mentioned, the 4-wheel drive is one of them, and then our 70 step side, them are definitely, you will definitely be seeing those soon.
All right, with all that, we're going to wrap this video up. And once again, everybody that we met, talked to, went with on this whole trip, like, we appreciate it. We're thankful to do this trip. We're going to try to keep doing stuff like this, maybe do a little bit more of this, because
I really enjoyed this trip.
I like the road trip stuff, and didn't realize until after we done this, really. So
yeah,
we're going to try to do some more of that this upcoming year, and we're going to keep building these trucks. May throw a few cars in here this year. Been wanting to, so we'll get to that, and we'll see you on the next one.